In an epic clash that showcased the resilience and grit of the Detroit Lions, Rex Ryan and Damian Woody Wade and passionately get up about what it means when a team can overcome the seemingly insurmountable odds of 5 Jared Goff interceptions to rally back and win against the Texans, 26-23. This game not only highlighted Detroit's willpower, but also raised questions about both teams' seasons, showing the Lions' championship potential and the Texans' struggles under pressure. Detroit Lions, grit, resilience, and a team on the rise. One of the game's most remarkable elements was Detroit's ability to stay composed despite Goff's errors. Starting off rocky, Goff threw 5 interceptions, an unusual performance for him, as he had been on a hot streak prior to this game. Rex Ryan noted that the Lions' spirit is defined by the grit Dan Campbell emphasizes. Despite the messy start, Detroit's defense dug deep, shutting down the Texans in the second half, and that turned the game around. Woody credited Detroit's defense for maintaining focus and adjusting effectively, which became crucial as Goff continued to struggle. This win, Rex argued, is Detroit's most impressive of the season because it wasn't about a polished performance but about sheer resilience, a hallmark of a championship-level team. The Lions' offense also kept pushing. Even after Goff's interceptions, they leaned on key players like Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gibbs' crucial runs kept the Lions' offense alive and chipped away at the Texans' lead, while St. Brown's 9-yard touchdown reception marked his 7th consecutive game with a touchdown, a franchise record. Woody highlighted how these game-changing moments underscored the Lions' depth and adaptability. Every offensive misstep was met with defensive resolve, showing a next-man-up mentality across the board. For Ryan and Woody, this one showcased Detroit's determination and, more significantly, proved that even when they're off their game, the Lions can fight their way back. They described the Lions as the NFC team to beat, citing their ability to maintain composure under pressure as evidence of their potential to go all the way to the Super Bowl. It's not every day a team wins after 5 interceptions and a significant deficit, and this comeback displayed a champion's mettle. Texans, injuries, offensive struggles, and defensive concerns. On the flip side, the Texans' downfall provided insights into their ongoing challenges. Houston started strong, with a 23-7 halftime lead, but the cracks in their offense and defense began to show. Rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, dealing with depleted offensive options, posted a QBR of just 35 out of 100, lower than average. Stroud struggled without his star receiver Nico Collins, who had been one of the league's most dynamic targets. Rex noted that Stroud lacked confidence without Collins, and Damian emphasized that the offensive line's struggles were palpable. This combination, missing a key playmaker and facing poor pass protection, meant that Stroud had limited options, which took a toll on Houston's rhythm and offensive balance. Houston's running game was also ineffective, with only 56 total rushing yards, which forced Stroud into a pass-heavy game that couldn't find momentum. Damian pointed out that while they tried to compensate by rotating receivers, their options were too limited. The Lions' defense exploited this, holding the Texans to just 7 points in the second half and forcing them into 3-and-outs. The Texans' inability to adjust offensively or protect Stroud effectively allowed Detroit to control the pace. The Texans' coaching and game management raised some eyebrows as well. Rex and Damian agreed that, given the circumstances, Houston had all the advantages: a lead, a Thursday night game for extra preparation, and home field advantage. Yet they let their lead slip through sloppy play, failing to capitalize on Goff's interceptions or extend their advantage. Damian questioned the Texans' ability to close out games, noting their inconsistency in the second half and lack of complementary football, as the defense couldn't hold up and the offense failed to deliver. Jared Goff, a rare off day and redemption. Goff's 5-interception performance was unexpected, but post-game, he reflected on his mindset, downplaying the impact of the interceptions and crediting his resilience to past experiences. He described how some unlucky plays wouldn't shake his confidence, showing the maturity he brings to the team. His perspective reinforced that, while this game was far from his best, Goff's mental toughness contributed to Detroit's comeback. He remained calm and continued driving the offense forward despite turnovers, allowing the Lions to stay competitive until the final moments. With the game tied at 23 and only seconds left, kicker Jake Bates delivered the final blow with a field goal to give Detroit the victory. This moment marked the culmination of a gritty team performance that speaks volumes about the Lions' prospects for the season. They now stand 8-1, the best start since 1954, and are only the second team since 1933 to win after 5 interceptions and a 15-point deficit. Conclusion: Lions cement their status. Texans face tough questions. The Lions' 26-23 win over the Texans solidifies their position as serious contenders. They demonstrated that their defensive resilience and offensive depth can compensate for errors. This was not just a fluke victory. It was a team coming together to overcome a nightmare game scenario and turn it into a historic comeback. The Texans, however, face tough questions about their roster depth, coaching, and ability to close out games. With 3 losses in their last 4 games, Houston's season now hinges on addressing their offensive line issues and getting Collins back. For Detroit, the takeaway is clear. They're equipped to battle through adversity, making them a formidable NFC presence and a potential Super Bowl contender. This was more than just a game. It was a statement.